Good morning, traders. This is Rick Majors here at Opteck.com. And today is Wednesday, April 2nd, 2014. Very interesting day in the market today. We have one really big thing happening, which is going to be the ADP non-farm employment change. Just to give you guys a little bit of a recap on yesterday. All right, manufacturing PMI in Britain came out negative, as well as in the United States. PMI is the Purchasing Managers Index. This is not a good thing economic-wise. This is meaning that although all the cheerleading that has been done in the past couple of months towards recovery, especially worldwide, and focusing on the United States specifically as the leader in this whole movement, economic growth is not actually what they're saying it is. If these numbers are coming out negative, then that means the growth is not what it should be. Construction PMI means that the purchasing managers in the construction industry are not buying the supplies that they should be. They're not buying more. They're actually buying less now. In the case of the U.S. one, if I am not mistaken, we were expecting to see 54.2, and we ended up seeing 53.7. So it actually did expand a little bit, but nowhere near expectations. In other words, they're not keeping on track with what they want. The same thing here. With the GDP, it actually shrunk, though. That means that manufacturing-wise, they're shrinking their purchases. They're not producing nearly as much as they should have. This is probably going to cause a bit of a bullish, bearish sentiment in the market today. This is especially for the pound. But we have the construction PMI coming up, and that is set to go up. So we're about to see in just a couple of minutes, in the next, let's say, 40 minutes or so, we should be seeing the next evolution here, the construction PMI. If this comes out well, then we can actually look at a bit of a bullish sentiment towards the pound throughout the European session. But everything is going to come down to 1:15 p.m. GMT, or BST, British Summertime today, as the ADP non-farm employment change comes out. This is the preliminary to the NFP, the Super Bowl of trading, so this is the pregame show. Set to come out at 192K from the original previous of 139. That is a very, very extensive gain. All right, if we're seeing that the non-farm employment here is going to be rising that much, and as we can see that the forecast also for Friday is listed at 196 from 175. If these rates that are forecasted right now come out the way that they're supposed to, or even greater, this will wipe any negative doubt or worry towards economic recovery. Because purchasing and so on and so forth is irrelevant when you know that there have been jobs created. That means there's people coming to work, that the industries are expanding. If we can create almost $200,000 jobs a month, that means 1 million jobs every 4 months, and 3 million jobs a year, which would in the United States per se account for about 1% of the population. This would spur economic recovery, not just in the States but worldwide. So it is a very, very important thing to have around. So today, keep your eye out. ADP non-farm employment change, 1:15 p.m. GMT time. Other than that, rest of the days is going to be relatively normalized, but what we're actually looking for here is Thursday is our first big day of this week. All right, starting off with retail sales trade balance throughout all of the Australian sector here. Then we have a speech by Governor Stevens of the Royal Bank of Australia. Coming up after that, we have services PMI, so another one of the purchasing manager indices coming out. Then, of course, coming into the American market, we're having Canadian Euro minimum bid rates, trade balances, press conference, another trade balance for the U.S. unemployment claims, which is our Thursday regular. And then ISM non-manufacturing PMI, the second of the ISMs for the United States, really, really heavy hitter. Definitely something to keep an eye on. So Thursday is going to be chock full of things to do. And then coming into Friday, NFP day. Great day. So I'm expecting the best here. All right, guys, thanks so much for listening in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on the video. to follow us daily, 9 a.m. GMT, Monday through Thursday here at the Daily Market Briefing. My name is Rick Majors, and have a wonderful trading day.